Hi everybody, I'm Silvia. I just want to start off this video by apologizing for my voice. I have a huge cold and that's why I sound like this. But let's get started. So I have gotten a lot of questions on our YouTube videos about being an idol or being a dancer. So I thought I'd talk a bit about that now. So the most common question and the one I'm gonna answer first is, will I be able to become an idol if I'm a foreigner but I have the talent? And the honest answer to that question is maybe not. Because let's say they're making an idol group or a dance group, they want everything to look uniform. Basically, they want everyone to look kind of the same. Like they want the same height, the same type of build, and usually that means tall and skinny. So if you're larger build, like you're not overweight or anything, your build is bigger than the average Korean, then you're gonna stand out a lot in a group. And that's not really what they're going for, because if everyone's here and all of a sudden there's someone like right here who's a lot taller, that's not gonna be very aesthetically pleasing to the eye. I know that sounds a bit harsh, but that's the reality. Although, as I have said to a lot of the people who have asked me this question, try. Always try, because who knows? However, if you are a foreigner who does fit in with the Korean standards, if you look Korean or if you have the same build, the same height, you don't stand out too much, you will have a bigger chance. Also, if you're a foreigner, obviously you will have to have so much more talent or work so much harder than the Koreans, because why would they pick a foreigner if they can choose a Korean? As it is in the Korean work industry, they won't choose a foreigner to do a job that a Korean can do. Another question that I've gotten a lot is, I don't speak Korean, can I become an idol? And again, try. Because I know there are a lot of foreigners who are idols right now that didn't know Korean when they became idols, but they learned Korean. But again, the chance is very slim and you would have to work so much harder. You would have to really practice Korean. And honestly, I would say, in my opinion, if you don't speak Korean, don't try. At least learn a bit of Korean before you start, because all of the people you meet will speak Korean, all of the meetings will be in Korean. It will be very hard for you if you don't speak at least a little bit of Korean. And also they will be like, okay, this person speaks Korean, that means less work for us, less money invested, and bigger chance of debuting. So if you're serious about trying out to become an idol, definitely learn Korean right now. Don't wait until tomorrow, start right now. Do it today. Okay, so now you're confident about your talents, you know a bit of Korean, so then you come to the part of finding an actual agency. So there are different ways to get into an agency. The way I did it was just by chance, honestly. I was in Korea and I knew the right people, to be quite honest. I knew a person who introduced me to another person who was making a dance group and told me to audition, and I did, and I got into it. That's one way, just going to Korea and just socialize, make contacts, meet a lot of people in the industry. I'm not saying to use people for your own benefit at all, but purposely try to make friends within the industry that you're interested in, whether that's modeling or acting or dancing or singing or whatever, because obviously you're gonna have to have contacts in there who can introduce you to other people, people who are higher up, or just people who have other contacts. Maybe not even in Korea, maybe they have contacts somewhere else, because honestly, if you're passionate about being a dancer or a singer, it shouldn't matter where you are, right? Another way it's 잘라주세요. Obviously, another way is going to auditions. I know that SM Town has like global auditions where they go to different cities in different countries where you can go and audition. And I'm not completely sure how to do that. I think in some cases you have to send an email in advance before you go, telling them that you're gonna audition, and maybe sometimes it's just like drop in. I'm not sure. Make sure you look up all of the information. But usually you get put into a room with maybe 5 other people or more, and then you go up one by one. You say your name, your nationality, your age, and what you're gonna do. And then you sing or you dance or whatever, and they're filming everything. And I think that usually they don't tell you right away if you like made it or not. They usually just say like, we have your email, we have your phone number, we're gonna call you if you made it. If you made it in to the next round, they'll contact you. If you didn't, they won't, because obviously there are like thousands of people trying to audition and so on. So it's impossible for them to just contact every person and tell them you made it, you didn't. So method number 3 of auditioning is email auditions. Again, I'm not too familiar with this, but I know that there are agencies that have maybe like seasonal email auditions where you send in a video of you dancing or a sound clip of you singing. You introduce yourself, you send your measurements, your pictures, and all of that stuff. And again, if you made it, they will contact you. If you didn't, they won't. Let's say you made the first part of the audition, now comes part 2 of the audition, where you go to the agency and you have to sing or dance or perform any talent you have in front of the staff and the CEOs. And that's nerve-wracking. So another frequently asked question is, I am so-and-so years old, am I too old? So this one is a bit differently if we're talking about being an idol or if we're just talking about being a dancer. If you're trying to become a dancer, the age doesn't really matter. The people that I was in a dance group with, one of the girls was a bit older, and I mean like old in the sense that she probably wouldn't make it into becoming a trainee at this point. So if you want to be a dancer, age doesn't really matter. However, if you want to be an idol, the earlier the better, the younger the better. I don't know, because obviously sometimes in some cases you're gonna have to be a trainee for many years, and if you become a trainee when you're say 22, you're not gonna debut until you're like 25, and that's being generous. So obviously they want people to start training when they're younger. So if you're say 15 years old, you probably have a bigger chance than someone who's 20 years old. Let's say you're 20 years old and you're a foreigner, you're gonna have to be like the next like Whitney Houston and be gorgeous and just be a 10 out of 10 in everything in order to probably become an idol. That's the harsh reality, I am sorry. And with that, I hope I have answered some of your questions. If you have more questions, leave them down here and I will maybe do a part 2 of this video. And I hope you can bear with this voice of mine. I know that in my ears I sound like a ghost or something. So thank you for watching this video, everybody. As usual, comment, like, subscribe, share this video with all of your friends, and I will see you next time. Bye!
It kind of feels like you're by the beach with like this nice breeze going on, and after the time is up, the machine shuts down and put on your clothes, go downstairs, and you hand in the little basket with your stuff, and you're done! That's it! If you do come here for vacation or to study, you can definitely do this because, like I said, you can go a couple of times a week. So if you